Hello everyone, and welcome to today's stream. I hope you're all doing well. This is going to be the last stream for this week. We're just going to be continuing with Act 3 in Sovereign Tower. Just continuing off what we did yesterday. I'm still not entirely sure what I'm going to be doing next week. I've been kind of going hard with the streams a little bit with, streaming 5 days this week, but maybe I want to ease the brake a little, or maybe pump the brake, not ease the brake, that's the wrong terminology. Put a brake to, apply some brakes, that's the word. Apply some brakes to the streams, like maybe just try to focus on other things and that sort of stuff. There's also no new game releases that I'm looking at the moment. No, we know long term, I know that Transport Fever 3 is coming out sometime this year. I don't think it could possibly be delayed till next year, but considering that we've seen already a lot of teasers and stuff about it, it seems like it's already at a state that I think it's just in the polishing stage. So it's probably going to come out, I'm guessing, within the last quarter of the year. I will say this, I am not happy that the developers of Transport Fever 3 decide to go with Paradox as the publisher, because Paradox has had, if you don't know, has a terrible reputation of basically nickeling and diming a lot of games with endless DLCs, putting a lot of content behind DLCs, that sort of thing. They effectively, a lot of games that they touch tend to get ruined. The biggest one in more recent days would have been City Skylines 2, which unfortunately, I like city builder games. I love SimCity. Eventually, I kind of want to do a SimCity block of, like, just try to go through the original one and 2000 and 3000. Just play through them all at some point on stream. But yeah, City Skylines I knew was a huge disappointment for a lot of people, and I think I would include myself as one of them. Though I didn't really play it, I didn't really buy it. I just sort of saw the reviews and it was like, I'm gonna steer clear of that one for now. So yeah, I guess it's kind of up in the air whether I want to play Transport Fever 3 because of that decision. Yeah, it's not. I'll have to make a note of that, but yeah, in terms of like big games, that's the only one I can think of on this horizon. There's a few other games that are sort of in the queue. Like I want to play Instant at Galley House. I think next week I will try to again go back to the altars, see if my video card fixes may have improved things or not. And yeah, outside of that, there's not really much to go on here. So yeah, we're kind of entering a little sort of, I don't know what I'm doing, probably for the month of September. So yeah, anyway, let's continue with Sovereign Tower. I think it does seem like we are getting closer to the end. I'm not sure if we'll reach the end today. If not, we can, well, there's always next week. And right now we haven't been offered any sort of ultimatum in this game yet. But I assume it's something big's going to happen, probably with the Empire. We also haven't met, we haven't met all of the remaining counties yet. If you look at the map room here. Yeah, so we talked, oh, there's this little bug where you can't scroll on this thing. Oh, actually, since I'm here, oh, no, there's also, the map room does have bugs. Did I not send an invitation to the Mystical Knight? I thought I did last time. It's a bit odd. Well, I'll send another invitation anyway. But as you can see on here, well, I really can't scroll on this thing. I guess not. Oh, I think it's actually weird. The map room and this icon up here, that's actually different screens, but this one you can actually scroll through. So we had a little incident with Brimwood where we were chosen to adjudicate the trial of Epicrates, and we discovered that Epicrates was the Serpent Knight. And the Serpent Knight, from what we've determined, and now he's actually part of our round table, he seems to have some knowledge of our time travel abilities. Though again, we don't know his motives and all that. When we escorted him to our court, and he presented us with, he seemed to hint that there is a story path, which is basically what he's trying to pursue. And I interpreted that as we were given an option, an opportunity to free him from the prison. That's not exactly what he wanted, apparently, but he's still very curious of following through with this this playthrough. The other path would have been to stick with the trial and, you know, try to find evidence and all that. I don't know. Sounds like maybe something to do in another playthrough. But yeah, and also we got a very vague warning from our friend the demon in our tower. He seems to think he warned us about the Serpent Knight. He thinks that the Serpent Knight's going to betray us. Yeah, it's hard to tell in this sort of situation. It's hard to tell who to trust. I'll keep an eye on him, but if anything, my reasoning for this is I think it's just worth following through with this timeline with the Serpent Knight at our table, and then we'll figure, at least whatever happens, we'll have I'll have that information to do what I need to. It'll help guide. If I don't know if I'll ever play this again, or if I'll have time to, maybe off stream, but it'll definitely help guide, you know, what I should do next time around if I ever do that. Sorry, going back to the map. I've been kind of, so Brimwood is kind of a, we're not allies with them because we never followed through with the trial. Though I'm betting that they might find out that he's sitting at our table now, and it might close off any sort of chance of an alliance. Enberg, we have not had any contact with them yet. And then Moonvale, also same thing at Basalt Isles, but Moonvale we've had a contact, but we've discovered so they, in the very last cycle, the very previous cycle, we talked with them. They tasked us with dealing with a dragon problem, but it turns out, and we got this as an unexpected outcome. We found out that the reason the dragons are attacking them is that they stole an egg. So I think we're gonna have to confront Moonvale about that. But yeah, let's have some conversations though. We have Oliver, who we sent off to the Moonvale College. He's now a full-on magical knight. You see Oliver scribbling diligently in his notebook while looking out of the window. Oh, hello, boss. He stops when he sees you approaching. Did you know that certain magical rituals can be affected by the weather? No, but it seems logical. Actually, that's a bit misleading. People often think that performing a pyromancy ritual in the rain is counterproductive, for example. In reality, this isn't an absolute rule. The ritual's effectiveness depends less on the rain itself and more so on the more subtle factors like atmospheric pressure, relative humidity, and cloud density. High pressure favors the rise of flames and the concentration of magical energy, while low pressure can scatter that intensity even in dry conditions. You look out the window. The sky is a clear, bright azure blue. Not a single cloud in sight. And with this weather, what are your conclusions? Ugh. Today, even though the weather's nice, the air density and slightly unstable pressure force me to stay cautious. So I'll limit myself to a light ritual. A small flame, let's say. Just enough to roast a few sausages? He clears his throat loudly. Anyway, it's wonderful to notice all the little subtleties I learnt in Moonvale, which will surely prevent me from accidentally starting an arson, among other things. Above all, I think I've developed a much more analytical eye, something I used to lack. After all, many of the internal procedures for mages are passed down only orally. Like there is I really wonder about the romance route for this guy. It would definitely make him awkward, at the very least. But I'm not going to pursue that, because Rowan the stable hand is our best boy. Pleased to see our investment has been a wise one. I kind of don't like the tone of this, because I don't see him as an investment. I see him as a person. But but this one, it seems it's very corporate, but I feel like it's also very personal. So let's do this one. Your performance review is excellent. Yes? You're revealing the results of my quarterly review ahead of schedule? You know, professionally speaking, and beyond, I'm truly grateful for everything you've done for me. This dream for me was practically dead and buried, quite out of reach. But you encouraged me, and you funded the training too. I feel extremely indebted. Boss, how can I ever repay this? No, you can literally choose this and increase your funds. But I don't want to do that. You should never feel indebted to your employer. Oh yeah? You think so? I've had so little encouragement from people close to me. It feels strange to realize it was you who made that happen. I mean, I don't doubt you. But who would have guessed that work would have end up being my source of fulfillment, really? Well, not that I've been unhappy at work, mind you. I love it, but... He trails off in his explanation. Actually, let me reread this one. I wonder if he wants to do something else. I don't know. I mean, if he wants to chase his real dreams, I wouldn't stop him. Thank you, boss. Yeah. I'm just realizing that this game is actually a boss. It is literally a boss simulator. Like, you are trying to cobble together a bunch of different knights, a bunch of different co-workers who all have different personalities. And you're trying to, you know, basically you're showing leadership skills, and I like to think I'm doing an okay job, but I think for some things I'm maybe not so much. I still don't know what to do about Aaron. And all that. Now we have Epicrates here. Epicrates stands before you as though he had been expecting you to arrive today. It seems we never had the opportunity to properly introduce ourselves on this path, comrade. And he always talks about on this path, he's referring to this timeline. So I'm hoping that on this path, because he's on my table, I'll have the opportunity to learn more about him. And then, yeah, maybe if I go back in time, I can try something else. Yet I believe that for our alliance to flourish, it is essential that I unveil certain aspects of my existence. Okay, just as I was saying. His sulfur yellow eye, seemingly an intruder lodged in the center of his battered face, sends a chill down your spine. Whatever you may have heard about me since the start of your reign, I'm originally just a young man from South Bay. and like many others, I was a sailor there long before my journey led me to the lands of Brimwood. Should you have any further questions, I am prepared to answer. Ooh, okay. Let's start from the beginning. You were a sailor? Life in South Bay was not easy back then. I was born on the docks and spent my childhood there. The common fate of children whose births were never claimed. In those days, ships needed countless small hands for the dirtiest chores. I possessed no memory of my life prior to my first crossing. Quite naturally, I departed South Bay in the hope of a more auspicious life. And did you find it? No. Brimwood was also very different back then. This would have been when Brimwood was still under the bourgeoisie. Yeah. Okay. So we can ask all these different things. Where did you get all your injuries? Are you curious, my friend? That surprises me. After all, your face cannot be so very different from my own, beneath that mask of yours. Those burns are all I have left of South Bay. Suffice to say, the carpenter of the ship on which I served left a scar that neither time nor healers can erase. What became of this man? Died in a mutiny. The common fate of tyrants. What was life like in Brimwood? Brimwood was nothing like you can imagine today. It was a monarchical county like any other. Barely out of childhood, I had no horizons there other than the mines in my struggle to survive. The days were arduous, yet we possessed a sense of camaraderie that flourished among us laborers, all enduring the same hardships. Workers, rise up. I forged my education there, between mining labor and the manuscripts I managed to steal. Let's ask this third one. How did Brimwood become this proletarian republic? What is your knowledge of Brimwood's history within this timeline, my friend? Very little. Back then, Brimwood's riches, its ores and timbers, were exported throughout the realm, financing the opulence of the caste of nobles and bourgeois. Yet the nobles' greed proved their undoing. They attempted to deceive the Angalor Empire by selling mining rights that were not theirs. The imperial response, led by the emperor, Uther the Despot, that's a name, was merciless. This marked the first turning point. While the nobles abandoned the sacrificed populace to their fate, the workers united against the empire. Once victorious, we caught the traitors. They were forced to repay their debt at the very place where they themselves once shackled us. Honestly, kind of fitting. Thus were born the penitentiaries of Brimwood after the Great Revolt. The one issue with this is from a justice perspective, it is kind of fitting, but at the same time, it tends... I don't know if the nobles will learn anything from this. They'll probably, if anything, they'll probably just become resentful because they think that they are entitled to their old lifestyle. So, I'm not sure. I'm kind of conflicted. It's cruel, but understandable. I don't know. I'll try this one. It seems cruel to inflict the fate that caused you so much suffering on the nobles. I respect your point of view, my friend. Okay. One interesting thing, I'm disagreeing with him, but usually when you disagree with any of the other knights, they sort of, do thumbs down or anything, especially with Aaron. But Epicrates is very cool and collected, I'm noticing. He's not... I'm not getting a thumbs up or a thumbs down. He just seems Hmm. Very chill. Brimwood's justice claims no perfection, yet its outcry against the system was articulated this way for legitimate reasons. That I can see that. Was the guild born then? More or less. We did not name it so then. When we first began to organize amid the darkness of the mines, our gatherings took the form of vast popular assemblies, later becoming the congregation. Concurrently, smaller circles forged what would become the guild's precepts, debating politics and philosophy to give direction to this anger. I helped erect these ideas, committing them to paper. As for the term epicratism, so often spat by the nobility to decry the guild's texts, it is nothing more than a misnomer used by terrified aristocrats. Our work is collective. What are your real goals and those of the guild? The guild preaches equality and liberty for all peoples and the abolition of the dominant figures that currently impede these freedoms. A world free of tyrants. The intensity of his gaze increases even more. And of sovereigns. Oh, Okay. Maybe this is what the demon was warning me about. I think it makes sense because I am technically a monarch of a sort, but in this case it's not by birthright. It was chosen by the gods, I guess, or by the tower. Like, it's not entirely clear. So maybe that might be his motive here. It's also worth noting that there's always a danger that the people who overthrow the monarchy or the old guard, they themselves, they espouse being, they want to be democratic and all that sort of, like, I'm not sure if it's not clear. They don't use the word. It's not like the other city states where they are like strictly democratic, but here it seems like it's at least some sort of council, some sort of collective has overthrown them. But who's to say that strong, like, leaders from that collective will become despots themselves? I mean, we saw this sort of thing with a lot of communist states, right? Like, first, like, Vladimir Lenin was the first leader, but then Stalin came in, and subsequent leaders too. They maneuvered and sort of pushed people, pushed the old guard out, and sort of created their own little cult of personality. So, who knows if the same problems occur in Brimwood here. Monarchy is still the norm. The guild won't stop there, right? That world still falls short of the guild's ideal, does it not, my friend? Accordingly, my designs continue to strive toward that aim. However, the hour has not yet struck for me to divulge further details. He's keeping some things close to his chest. Its yellow pupil stares at you undisturbed. Suspicious. I guess we'll have further conversations with him, and we'll figure this out. Okay. Audience. I think I forgot to summon the Mystical Knight from last cycle, so I think I'm missing a cycle there, but that's fine. I think that should be okay. Let's talk to Medea here. Greetings, distinguished, O illustrious sovereign, or rather should I say, O illustrious competitive dragon repeller, original title recognized by no academy. You did indeed prove surprisingly effective at scaring off the beast, but alas, probably not wicked enough. 2 nights later, it had already returned furious, even more grumpy than usual. It devoured the Avalon Bell Tower like a mere snack in retaliation. It might be wise to do a little more, don't you think? Let's confront them. I understood that this dragon was actually searching for its stolen egg. What? How? Oh heavens, but who could possibly have stolen this dragon's egg? Should we just say you? They could take it as an insult, but let's do this. I'm not any more informed than you are. Huh. Well, keep it up, oh illustrious ruler. This is absolutely not crucial information for carrying out the next step. The cold, meticulous, and... Oh. Oh, maybe I locked myself out of... I don't like this. You know what? I think I will confront them. I will confront them. I don't want to kill the dragon. So... Yeah, no. No, Medea. I'm gonna accuse you. You, for instance. Oh, how convenient. Your interlocutor seems to be fighting a battle in the background as it's debating with a particularly noisy committee. Ah, I hit a nerve. Well, yes, perhaps some of our mages have something to do with it. Perhaps they have, against my will, of course. Sure, okay. Like I believe that. Perhaps, against my will, some mages did indeed steal the egg of this poor dragon to study it. Yes. But... I don't know if it's worth... I could ask why, but... But why? Are you stupid? I mean, just told you to study it. We had no choice. We had a choice. This ethical borrowing was unfortunately necessary in order to carry out some very serious alchemical research. You can't make an omelet without breaking eggs, right? Do you want to make an omelet? Good heavens, no, it was a metaphor. Okay. Added a little bit of levity to the conversation. Okay. Perhaps it'd be a good idea to give us the egg so that we can spare the dragon? No, not in the least. We will keep the egg. Her voice is calm and resolute. She will not yield. Or perhaps, by asking more cleverly or more fiercely. I do have... Interestingly... We have the best scholars in the region, trust us. We do. If we didn't have... We just got 32 scholars. Scholar satisfaction, so it's very easy that for us to, like, maybe not have this option. But, so I'm glad we have it here. We have the best scholars in the region, trust us. Come on, let me laugh. Psh, psh, psh. One can sense behind his voice an animated debate, the background of the holographic ghost in the midst of a heated quarrel. Psh, psh, psh. Okay, fine. After general consultation, you are authorized to take the egg. It will be teleported to you shortly. What? Oh. Will you finally prove yourself useful? The suspense is at its peak. Okay, we're not gonna kill the dragon. What is this? So we can appease the dragon. We need a high charisma for this. It's actually a diplomatic mission to the dragon. That's kind of cool. And then there's this last one. Why is this a wise choice? We'll turn the egg to the dragon to appease it. Let's kill it and keep the egg instead. I see. So this last one is double dipping. This one is we're going to kill the dragon, keep the egg. We'll have 2 items, which might be very powerful. But I don't think I want to do that. I'm surprised this is a wise decision. It's not, I wouldn't call it wise. Oh. Actually, this option here, if we appease the dragon, we get a mount. And I'm guessing the mount is the dragon? I think that's a lot better than just getting 2 items. Yeah, why? And this one also improves our relationship with the scholars. Yeah, no, we're doing this one. Yeah. Oh, yes, return the egg. How have we not thought of this before? That is your wish. Perhaps we should have teleported a copy instead. Good luck. Very, very silly people, I have to say. Not very high on the wisdom scale, I have to say. Elioth. In Clovermont, a few nobles are toying with the idea of erecting a giant statue in the likeness of Candid the Kind, Your Grace. A statue bearing the likeness of the gentlest ruler the tower has ever seen. Why not? I love this one too, but the snag is that they want to put his statue right where we grow half of what we eat. Oh. Food is important, I think. But this is a very good way of improving our relationship with the nobles. Okay, interesting. So we can do we can do 2. This one is good, but it reduces the relationship with the nobles. That's probably not... We don't want this one. So I could go for 2... Increase nobles by 2, but decrease merchants by 2. Or I can just tell them to make a smaller statue, which improves them both. I think we're going to have to go with the compromise here. A difficult choice, but the right one. Oh, Koza. Your Grace. Is he drunk? Koza staggers towards you. Our men have been strangely groggy since last night, and bandits are raiding our supplies. My men fight like wolves, lions, wild beasts. Well, as much as possible. We need your help. Oh, this is an emergency quest. We have to do it now. The looters of Volga camp. 1 to 5 damage risk. Only 2 knights. Yeah, definitely gonna help them. He nods, then valiantly staggers towards the exit. Okay. That was a fun audience there. Okay, so appease the dragon, the looters of Volga camp. So these 2 we definitely want to do. Appeasing the dragon is a 4 duration quest. And this one's a 3 duration. This might be a bit iffy. I might have to leave all these other quests alone. So we have a huge build-up here. Let's deal with the dragon first. So we need a high charisma and high moderate magic. That sounds like a job for Gideon, to be honest. Angelica's also a good one. She likes diplomacy missions, which this is a... Oh, and Gideon likes these too. So Gideon is definitely here. Angelica, I think, is a good one. Any other ones of high charisma? High riz, I guess. We don't need high magic, so I don't think... I think Aaron and Oliver are kind of overkill for this. And then we have Epicrates. Yeah, Epicrates has I want to use him for wit, so I don't think he's a good choice. Actually, let's clear all these. They really need a clear all button here. Now the issue here is this is a 4 duration quest, so I think including Rufus is kinda mandatory since he does have that -1 bonus. So all I need to give him is a -2 horse. Whereas these two... Let's do this. I'm going to give... Since why am I blanking on you? Since Gideon has the lowest agility, I'm going to give him the... Actually, are there any other... I'm just going to scan through these. Yeah, so the Spurs of Swiftness reduces it by -1. So that means I can just give him you know, a -2 horse. So okay, so we got that. I'm thinking, yeah, Angelica, I think I'm going to give her the Pegasus, which is -3. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm going to switch my model over to the other side so you can actually see more of these item descriptions. I'm just kind of noticing that right now here. There we go. The problem is you can't read... Now you can't read the night assignments, but... Yeah. I'll just be over here for a bit. Don't mind me. Okay, so... Yeah. Pegasus. Are there any new horses? No. We have no... A lot of these ones... Oh. Oh, interesting. So... Rispe, a beautiful white-collared griffin from Basalt Isles. Fast and reliable, it is trained for hunting big monsters. This one does have -3, but we need the Basalt Isles, which we haven't even talked to yet. And the Duke is Nobles 30. We're nowhere near that right now. Okay. So, yeah... Okay, I think I just have enough horses to do this because actually let me think here. If you have -1, if I give -2 horses to both Gideon and Rufus, that's 2 horses already. But I don't think... How many -2 horses do I have? There's Sivko Burko, Sleipnir. Bayard is here too. Okay, so there's actually a problem here. We don't have enough horses to do these 2 quests in one go. Because I need -2 for Rufus, -2 for Gideon. I have 3 -2 horses, so that's 2 of them are already used. So this one... You might have to leave this one maybe as a... The difficulty for this one doesn't seem as high, so it's not too bad, but does mean my knights will be... Again, I wish there was a way to... Wish we had more options here. Oh, no, there's a solution. There's a solution, hold on. There is... Energy beverage. This is... Okay. This one has a cycle duration reduction of -1. So if I equip that, I can do this. Okay. We're in business. Okay. So I get neither of these. I'm not sure what the they don't really see. I can't really see what what agility is needed. I'm guessing appeasing the dragon's probably not going to need that much agility. Maybe this one might need it more though. So let's assign. Let's assign some weapons here. So Angelica has already 11 charisma. Gideon has 10. And Rufus has only 7. Can I actually? Sovereign is only a -1. Only a -1 here, but it would improve his charisma by quite a bit, actually. You know what? Let's give him that, and then I think I'm gonna give him -1, -1. I'm gonna give him the potion. It's a bit expensive, but I will do that. So that means that the -2 horses, I can just give them both to these two. I don't have to give them an energy beverage. And Rufus's magic is a little neglected here. I think I'm going to give him the dragon sword. Might be a good idea. What other things give magic here? I guess it'd be the demon eye. Demon eyes? Actually, demon eye is not bad. Yeah, I'll give him the demon eye. Okay. So, oh, and Gideon needs a horse. He needs a horse. His magic is a bit low. Actually, he might have benefited more from the demon eye himself. I can't do spectral eye. I don't know. I can't do that. Probably Kelpie. Kelpie. Let's give him Kelpie. And then Angelica needs a weapon. Yeah, magic. Most definitely magic. I could give her the dragon sword. There's also Victoria's sword, which is a crazy one. I think the strength and agility on her sword is what is giving the most benefit. So I think I'll leave it for that. I think dragon sword. Yeah, let's do dragon sword. Yeah. Okay, so these guys are locked in. Actually, I'm going to repair Angelica's armor because it's 2 to 3 damage risk. Let's check Gideon here. Gideon's at 5. Rufus is at 7. They're okay. Okay, let's look at this one. This one's not too bad. Wit and strength are what we need. Probably not you. Maybe you, if I can increase your wit. There's our wit master right there. So your strength, yeah, these two I'd have to improve their strength instead. Let's leave this one alone because I think it will assign 2 of them here. That'll leave 3 others available. So maybe I need to look around. I tried to do this one, but this one was kind of difficult. I think, yeah, I assigned Angelica to this and she failed. But if I assign a knight and give them the Victoria's sword, I think they'll easily do this one. And it does improve our relationship with the nobles by quite a bit. Or I can do one that requires 3 knights. The Explorer. This one's been sitting here for a while. I kind of want to get it over with. Oh, this one's also crazy too. Griffin fossil, a relic. Getting new relics would be kinda cool. It would definitely help with quests later down the road. But also I have to keep in mind that I need something that with a low duration because I don't have enough. So reef cleaning would be okay to do. That's 3, 3, 3, 1. But this one needs maximum strength. I don't have. That's a 4-man job, so no. That one's a 1-man job. 3, 3, 3. Oh, I think the only one I can do is because these are 2-man jobs, but they're all 3s. I don't want to spend too much on like energy drinks and all that. It's kind of silly. The only one that's 3 and it's only 2 duration is this one. But it only gives us a consumable. The rewards aren't that interesting to me. So maybe... This one's actually... Yeah, I'm facing some choice paralysis here. This one gives 3 to nobles. High strength, though. Not the best, the best one. Agility. So I'm just looking around here. The High Knights, 3 and 5. That's a very hard... That seems like a very difficult one. The Griffin fossil requires a high wit. It gives a relic as well. So maybe for this one, definitely the... Oh, and also he likes... We know that he likes relic retrieval, so this is actually a perfect fit for him. And also... Agility and luck. Oh, his agility and luck are terrible, though. We need to really prop that up a bit. Who has an acceptable wit? Definitely. I think it has to be... It might have to be Oliver, to be honest. Though, Oliver's... Actually, Oliver's agility and luck are not bad. They're not bad now, I have to say. Yeah. Oliver, maybe? Unless there's a... Unless... Yeah, I don't think we need much magic here. So Aaron's kind of up for this one. What's my relationship with Aaron? Aaron actually... It's pretty good. I guess in this case, we don't have to worry too much about... Because if their affinity with us is maxed out, we don't have to worry too much. Like, we just have to maintain a high relationship with them. So we're tentatively going to point to these two for this quest. And then for this one, we're going to... Oh, actually, hold on. This is a 2. So that means... This quest I have to assign to someone. I need someone with pretty good strength and agility. Kinda feels like Aaron. And I'm gonna give him Victoria's sword. which bumps this up crazily. Yeah, this is a good one. And it's also one duration, so I don't even need to give him a horse, but I will at some point. Okay, that means that we're left with just Goberto and Ursula for this one, which may not be the best choice because we have to prop up things for both. Let's do that right now. I'm gonna give... Ah, shoot. Civco, Burko. Royfort's only -1. Agility and luck. Let's give... I'll give this to Sleipnir to Goberto. And you can take Civco Burko. Okay, I need something to improve Goberto's wit because he's a dumb as rocks. The longbow seems like a very good choice here. Let's do longbow. It also improves his strength even further. And then Ursula's strength. The Knight's Killer is probably a good choice here. Trying to look around and see if there's anything else. So we've got a lot more new things in here that might fit. Yeah, no, I think the Knight's Killer. So it at least brings it up to 7 and 8 for her. I think these two I might need to prop up with some potions. Actually, do I have any consumables right now? Wit? Granny's Herbal Tea. It's not a bad choice. Goat cheese is also available too. I think I'm gonna give him the tea. And then for Ursula, I don't think I have anything that improves strength. Well, food supplies, I guess. Blue cheese. Let's do the food supplies. They're pretty straightforward. Okay, so honestly, they seem to just about meet the requirements for the quest, so I think they should be okay. Let's look at Aaron. Okay, Aaron. Actually, no. Look at these two next. So their wit is out of this world. They need... Let's choose their... Okay, you need better agility and luck. Better agility and luck. I can give you Swallow. Actually, Sleipnir would have been the better choice here. Actually, I'll give Sleipnir here. That means Goberto... Hold on. I need to give him some sort of horse here. I'll give him Swallow. I'm going to switch out the... Hold on, I'm kind of cooking here. I'm going to buy another energy beverage. Swap that out. So his... So going back to this quest here, his wit is not as high, unfortunately. But I've instead put it Swallow here because I think Sleipnir is a better fit for the Serpent Knight because we need agility and luck propped up here. So, and then for weapon, agility and luck. I thought I saw one that improves luck here. Well, that reduces luck. There's a luck sword. Alternatively, I could just increase... I could just give him the Assassin Dagger. That only improves his agility a little bit. Let's give him the Luck Sword. Yeah, 6 and 5. Why not? And then you... Your luck is not bad. Agility, magic, charisma. Oh, I forgot about Bayard. Whoops. I guess that... I guess Bayard would work here, right? Because... Sorry, let me just check around here. So -2. And then... I think I want to improve Oliver's wit. It's not quite high enough there. I think that honestly the Assassin's Daggers would probably be a good choice here. Or a net. A net, maybe. Let's do a net, actually. Okay. Just gonna repair your armor there. Okay. So we got these two. Those guys there. Okay, I need to... Okay, sorry. There's a lot of... 1 to 5. You need repairs as well. 1 to 5. I'll repair you as well. Okay. Aaron needs a... I can just add a extra horse here for shits and giggles here. I could give him Broyfort even. Yeah, let's give him Broyfort. Has 14 strength. Okay, let's review. Sorry, I've assigned everybody, but let's quickly review. So, appeasing the dragon. It's a 4 duration quest. I've assigned. Wait, why do you have... You have Kelpie. Oh, why does he have Kelpie? He needs an energy beverage as well, because otherwise he's not gonna... That's -1, -1... Right? Because this is... -1... -1... Yeah, you need a beverage as well. So buy one more. Okay. Alright. So Gideon. -4, -1, -1, -1. That's 1. So that's okay. 2 to 3 damage risk. He's okay there. Angelica has Pegasus. That's -3. Right, straight out the gate. Dragon Sword. That's good. Rufus already has -1 inherently, and he's taking Sovereign, which is -1, an additional -1, so that should be 1, so that should be okay. Okay, so this quest is good. And then these two, 3 duration, Swallow is -1, and then this is -1, so that's 1. And then Ursula, Sivko Burko is -2, so that should be enough. And then these two, Bayard is -2, so that's fine. Oh, I should also check their damage here. I think they're okay, right? Yeah. So 2 to 3, 2 to 3, so these two are okay. And then the Serpent Knight is taking Sleipnir, which is -2, so he's okay. And then finally we have Aaron, who's going on by himself, but he has Victoria's sword. And this is a 1 duration, so that should be okay. So this seems like a good setup here. I'm gonna save it here. Let's do that one. And I'll do the kitchen. Who needs help? Honestly, I think everybody's kind of got in the bag. I think the only one I'm worried about is the team of these two. I'll give Goberto some help again. Yeah, I don't know if the kitchen is actually useful or not. Let's go. They're all going. I see. Oh, that one went all the way to the Basalt Isles. Interesting. Okay. So the dragon first. I wonder if I sent Aaron to this quest, maybe something would have happened. Oh well, too late now. I'll take the great success. Delighted to be reunited with her little one, the dragon mother was so touched by the gesture that she decided to accompany your knight all the way to the tower. Oh, cute. Oh, look at the. Okay, so hold on. We're gonna get a follow-up audience. I'm guessing maybe we'll talk to this dragon, perhaps. Nice dragon. Strength 2, Agility 1, Charisma 3, Magic 2, Wit -1, Luck -1. Okay. Actually, not that bad of a minus there. A calm dragon that seems ready to take you beyond the known lands. It is not particularly intimidating. Nice. Okay, we got these two. This one I was the most worried about. I think they got in the bag here. Yep, great success. I think I definitely want to aim for great success at least, so I can get more experience. Critical success would be icing on top, but that's kind of a bit far, I think. Okay, and then the fossil with these two here. Great. Oh, we're already in great success territory. Awesome. Oh, and we also... Okay, we got a... The heck is this? A beautiful oyster knife that was once used to enjoy delicious oysters. It has a permanent smell. This is not that good. What is this? Strength 1, Agility 2, Charisma -1. I think I remember I went for this quest because it said relic as a reward, but this kind of sucks, to be honest. I'm a little disappointed. And finally, Aaron's gonna single-handedly kill it. He killed a hen. +2 nobles 40. Good. Okay. Alright. Leveling up. I want to make Angelica also pretty well-rounded, so I'm going to start increasing her... Actually, no, I want... we don't have a high agility knight yet. Let's bring her to 10 there. Aaron is pretty much our well-rounded knight. The most well-rounded, I think. So let's give him charisma. Oliver. We do have, like, we got... With Epicrates, we now have a really high wit knight. It would be nice to have some more wit overall, though. We're pretty weak on that. Like, a lot of these are just 7s or 8s. Like, Goberto still only has 3. So... But again, his other stats aren't so hot either. Let me give him more strength. Yeah. And Epicrates... Okay, so his weak points are strength, agility, and luck. Let's improve his strength a little bit too, yeah. Also, I completely forgot. I missed an opportunity to investigate rumors on him. Crap. Is it too late to... You know what? I do have a save from here. I think I'm gonna do this, yeah. Sorry. I don't want to waste any time here, in case I need that rumor. So I'm gonna investigate Epicrates, if we can. He's a very mysterious person. And I'll do the kitchen again. Sorry. So we're gonna have to do a bit of repetition here. Berto by... Okay, let's do it again. I'll try to skip as fast as possible here. Like, there's going to be a level of randomness, but I don't think it's going to be significant enough here. Yeah, this is pretty much the same as before. The damage will be a little different each time, but that's fine. Nice. Actually, we're getting less damage than before, so this actually works out for us. At least from the quests that we've processed so far. 2 damage there. Okay, let me redo this again. So, agility. What did I say for this one? Did I say charisma or strength? What is charisma? I'll do charisma this time. Strength and strength. Okay. There's a conversation between Angelica and Epicrates. I have to wonder, because I don't know how many knights there are in the game. But I gotta assume that there must be so many different interactions between them, and probably multiple of them. So yeah, it makes me wonder how many of these sort of little vignettes they've made. I heard that you had to travel for a very long time without ever having a home too. Just like our Grace. She contemplates his wounds with silent compassion. I find it hard to imagine how anyone can face so many winters that way. It takes a kind of courage I don't have, I suppose. You do not see it yet, but your heart shines in the dark, Lady Angelica. It's a light capable of guiding an entire kingdom to a greater destiny. Oh, do you really think so? I hope that one day I'll prove myself worthy of what you see in me, sir. I have not the slightest doubt. We're kind of shown a side of the Serpent Knight. He sees the good in her. Yeah, I think it's kind of, this might be a case of like, I don't think the Serpent Knight is a bad dude, but I think his prerogative is to overthrow all tyrants, or at least all monarchs. And unfortunately, I kind of fit that definition, so. Yeah, oh, let's save here. So, cycle 31. morning. Okay. Medea. Oh, we summoned Edith, the mystical knight. I want to see. But let's talk to Medea first. Well, it looks like you finally returned victorious. You seem almost disappointed. Oh, no, not at all. We were absolutely delighted to have given up this dragon egg in order to achieve peace, leading our draconic research to absolutely no conclusion. What a resounding success. Yes, that's the least we can say. Too damn bad. For your help in achieving this shaky result, we will nevertheless grant you in our sublime grace the Moonveil Alliance. Okay. What a strange... They're definitely a very strange country, but I'll take the help. Any help that we can get. There you have it. I have nothing more to add, and I'm afraid my alchemy lecture awaits me. Do you have any questions? So this might be worth asking in case we run into any sort of situation later on that requires magical prowess or anything. Can we come back to you if we have any magical needs? Oh. I should have expected this. Oh my, I didn't hear a thing. Darn it. How convenient. Oh. You're a vibe. Wow. You're clutching that sword like you're like for dear life. It's also glowing. Wow. Greetings, Your Grace. A dark veil seems to follow the young woman, falling over the audience room like a shroud of unease. A heavy tension grips your throat. Who are you? I am Edith, a cult knight of Moonveil. I have wandered for many years now. I imagine you've summoned me because you're looking for someone capable of wielding the most eclectic of arcane powers. That is my specialty. It would therefore be most fitting to make me a knight at your table. Okay. Like last stream, we saw Victoria, who was actually a demon posing as a knight, and she was very disconcerting. She was like threatening to kill me and all that. I'm not Edith. I'm not sure. Maybe if Edith compares a little bit. She definitely. I think the one thing about this game I will say I think the devs really got bang on is every knight is so different. They feel alive, like they feel like real people, and in very, very quirky ways, I have to say. So yeah, I think I will invite her just because I'm just very curious about her actually. What is this peculiar sword you carry? My sword, which has been with me since forever and ever. Its name is Dansleif. It is a mystical sword. I tell you, it is impossible to part me from it, Your Grace. This might be an unhealthy relationship here. I wonder if there's a quest or a story beat where we have to ease her away from the sword. I don't know. Purely of my own will. I mean, I adore it. The sword nestles against her. It seems to eye you as if you don't belong here. It's like a controlling boyfriend, a little bit. You seem perfectly suited for this role. I am, Your Grace. Believe me. For moons, countless moons, I have trained to become a knight of renown, and even more moons training my skills as a sorceress. My mastery is absolute. You'll search in vain for another body that melds steel and sorcery like this. I mean, I have Oliver. I'm actually very curious of if Oliver and Edith have a conversation. They're probably they might butt heads, maybe, or maybe they'll agree on a lot of things. I don't know. My only requirement, Your Grace, is simply don't send me to murder people. Why? You can do that, can't you? Don't send. So no assassinations. It's a very, very specific condition that she just said there, so hopefully I can remember it. I might forget, to be honest. Oh, look at the... Okay, these Looking at the stats on the right-hand side there, Magic 12, makes sense. Agility 10, not bad. 7 wit, 7 strength, but look at the charisma, and there's no luck. She has absolute no luck in sight. Actually, I think if I ever send her on an assassination or murder mission, I think something might trigger. Or either that or she leaves the table, which, you know, fair enough, right? Alright, get in here. Fantastic. I feel that we are going to enjoy it here. In a civil manner, of course. See you soon. Interesting. Boy, oh, Roland's here. I need to practice my accents a bit more. I want to try to give him more of a Cockney accent. Oi there, Your Grace. Ain't thrilled to be coming here for this, but village commission's orders. You already know there would be a slight drinking problem among the sailors of Grest. Nothing new under the sun, eh? But later some puffed up nobles are starting to whine that it looks bad and all. Easy for him to say, since they ain't the ones hauling their hinds on deck morning and night. But there you go. I see. Okay. There is a quest. It is very, very... It is a... It's not a very glamorous job for a knight, but we're literally sending a knight, one single knight, to send propaganda, try to maybe actually in this case, maybe not so much that. I think they're basically acting like Alcoholics Anonymous in a little bit. Like they are, yeah, they're preaching sobriety. We're definitely not doing this because we're trying to repair our relationship with the nobles. But this is not very acceptable either because... Yeah, let's do this one. I don't know when I'll ever get to it. He yawns ostentatiously before walking away. Oh, generic worker. Some occultists, allying with the merchants, are hoarding all the flour for sale at the market. They say it's to bless the city's ovens, but we need to eat. Okay, so the icons are a little confusing here, but this one gives us a one-time payment. We will fine the merchants for doing this. This one increases our tax. So you can see the little arrow on the coin there. So those are options as well. Or I could sacrifice my goodwill with the people a little bit. Because honestly, it's pretty high. Like 46? It's quite high. So I could try to just shore up my relationship with these two factions. Let's get... I think for balance... I could increase taxes as well. No, I don't like that one. I think... I think I'm gonna have to go with this one. I'll make sure to send ye some cakes then. What? I don't need more quest courier. Yeah, whatever. I have too many in my list now. It's kind of crazy. All right, let's hear the rumor about Epicrates. Time perception. Score bonus if they has already completed the quest in another timeline. Interesting. That's actually kind of cool. Okay. There's still another rumor about Epicrates, but we also have Edith. I'm gonna investigate her. Oh, why did that not work? There we go. And oh, Belladonna might have something to say about Edith here. Oh, I'm delighted to see you allied with the lands that raised me, my dear. Okay, she's talking about Moonveil instead. As I promised, I'll be able to elevate my next potions with the treasures of Moonveil. What a shadow over the picture, however, that this alliance entails your meeting with my mother. Oh, is that her mother? What do you mean? I almost missed the flirt option. It said, "Oh, so early in the relationship." Yeah, on. My mother is the emissary of Pine Maze in Moonveil and one of their most renowned witches. I apologize in advance for her hostile barbs and natural contempt. I assure you that not all of our mages are so sour. Honestly, she wasn't. Honestly, her mother wasn't that bad. She did have a bit of an attitude. I could detect that, but you know, compared to some of the other nations and characters we've run into, she's not that bad, I have to say. Okay, Moonveil, I think, unlocks us the unicorn tiers? Yeah. Oh, and yeah, I see. So there is a benefit for trying to get back up to 40 for each of the scholars and merchants. You can see here. So yeah, we need to work on that. We can get the blue mana potion, which is just straight up magic for a little, at the cost of some like a very little agility. And this thing. Actually, why would you get this one? This increases wit, but the cycle duration increases. This is actually kind of a bad item. Okay. Okay, so no major quests or emergencies, but we have a freaking long backlog. We have 9 nights now, though, so I think I want to try to get rid of some of these 3-man quests. There's so many of them right now. Let me check out these new quests that we have. Mushroom Invasion. 3 duration. The Wizard Lizard. It's a lizard that's a wizard. 3 duration as well. The Old Sorcerer, also 3 duration. Not so many 3 duration quests. What is this? Ice dancing competition. Figure skating, huh? Okay, yeah, most of these, vast majority of these are 3. So this one is 4-man, but it is 1 duration. It's pretty dangerous, but it does need incredibly high strength. But unfortunately, the Goberto would be the one of high strength here. Okay, I'm gonna do the whole strip them of their equipment. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's look at Edith. Actually, let me read Edith's description here. You can see in the picture here, this sword is talking a lot to her. She likes relic recovery and one other type of quest. She doesn't like assassination, as she said, in another type of quest. Siphon. Perfume, cannot change relic. Lady Edith of Avalon is a wandering knight from Moonvale who, according to rumor, was obsessed with the idea of becoming a knight long before she even became a mage. While she is now recognized for her talents, let's just say that her reputation was once significantly less stellar. I have a feeling that maybe she somehow acquired this sword, and the sword gave her sweet words, honeyed words that said, I can make you a knight and all that sort of stuff. Like, yeah. Interesting. Okay. So, the problem here, we do have Goberto, but in turn, actually, strength is kind of our weak point. Also, I don't want to send Rufus on this one because Rufus has that inherent -1 to duration, and this would be not a good, be kind of a waste of that. So, not sure. Also, I should look at the description for Dane Self. It doesn't have any stats on them, oddly enough. Okay, so this isn't, I don't know, this, it says max strength, and I don't think we can do this one. The rewards aren't that great either, so I think I might have to pass on that one. There is reef cleaning, which is kind of but it is 2 duration. And then the rest of these, and then we have this fun one. I think, yeah, the issue is duration at the moment because we don't have, we need faster horses, but we can only, the only ones we can unlock are Rispe. We need the Basalt Isles and Nobles 30, which is going to take a very, very long time to come back. But we did get that kind dragon, who is a -2. So if I look at this, how many -2s do we have here? Nice dragon. Pegasus is -3. Sivko Burko is so -2, -2. -2. So we have 4 -2 horses, 1 -3 horses. The rest are -1. So that's 5 people. So I'm just thinking, I'm just sort of braining it here. So I think we can get away with doing perhaps 2 of these 3-man quests that require 3 duration. Yeah, because we can do, again, 4 horses, 4 -2 horses, then pick up Pegasus, and then Rufus can, I'm also taking account, without using any energy drinks, because I could use energy drinks, but, you know, that's, like, I'll add that toward the, like, if I need it. Actually, that would pair very well with any quests, any of these quests that require a significant agility. So let's look through these. Explorer, the High Knights. That one I think I'm skipping. In Search of the Gem. Maybe. Ramparts. The Red Wizard. Any of these give us a relic of some kind? Not. Really? A lot of consumables I'm seeing. Also, this mushroom invasion doesn't, has no rewards whatsoever. That's kind of bad. The wizard lizard. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do... So we have a lot of old quests that we haven't touched as well for a while. Explorer. I want to repair our relationship with the nobles, because you know, there's always a possibility that maybe there's a second civil war that would be really bad for us. So anything to repair that relationship would be advisable. Like this one here, the Renegade. High strength. Let's put, it's also a 2-night quest. Which I'm not sure, we have 9 guys here. What we could do is do 1, 2, and then 1. We have a single one here, which would also improve our relationship with the nobles. So it's an easy quest. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, let's try this. So this one requires a high strength and a high wit. Or medium wit, I should say. I think Goberto, I mean, he has the highest strength here, outside of Rufus. I could send Rufus on this one. Actually, the alcohol quest, okay, that's a 1 duration. Okay, so I don't have to worry too much about it. Okay, so I could send both of these guys, since they have both high strength. I would need to improve... Roberto would need... Sorry, I'm just trying to... Actually, I'll do this. I'm going to assign the knights first, and then we'll assign equipment. So let's do this first. So this one... And then In Search of a Gem requires a high wit. It's 3 knights. So probably, yeah, Serpent Knight who likes this. Who else likes relic things? I think you do. But you're not really the best at that. Unless I can find someone with another high wit, like maybe Oliver. Oliver's actually not too bad for this kind of thing. Yeah, you have 0 luck. I don't think you're a good choice here. This last slot, I'm kind of debating between Ursula and Angelica. They both could work for it. In Angelica's case, I need to... Actually, Angelica's actually a bad choice. I'd have to really increase her wit, but her other stats are really good. Whereas Ursula's... It's kind of the opposite here. I'll assign Ursula since she likes this type of quest, so I'll leave that there. So this one seems okay. This one we're leaving... I'm gonna leave that alone, I think. Because we're instead doing this one. And then we have this one, which is... the Explorer. This has been sitting here for the longest time, but I think I've already sent all my high wit knights to those other quests. So, let's see here. Could send Aaron on this one. There's gotta be better. I think I need to look for... quests that actually fit better with what these guys want. So, yeah, let's not do this one. Is there another one here? The Renegade. The Red Wizard. Strength and agility, though. That's a little bit of a problem. There's no charisma. Spying on the Magical Council. Actually reduces our... And the Old Sorcerer, wit and agility. I mean, I could do this one, or... Yeah, there's a couple of quests that require high magic. Like the Red Wizard here. I think I like this. Well, this is only two though, which is not... No, I need a 3 one, so I think it's going to have to be the Old Sorcerer. So I'm going to do... Oh. The sword is laughing. Okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm very curious here. The sword, is that mean? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I'm just kind of curious here. Is there ones... I'm trying to get her reaction on... Oh, whoops, I didn't want to switch them out there. Yeah, we're not supposed to assassinate anybody with this. Which is very... This actually doesn't work well for us because a lot of these magic quests... It's like the game is taunting us here. It's like... Okay, this one isn't so bad. Maybe this one? What is your backstory? Relic recovery, assassination. Oh, I see. I think, So these quests that required the killing of a person, a wizard or a sorcerer, that's... I think the sword is... It's we shouldn't be doing this. Otherwise the sword will go crazy. So we'll not do that. But the lizard is not a person. So this one might be okay to do. It's kind of weird, but... Okay, it also requires high agility, so we'll send Angelica on this one. And maybe Aaron, and then I'm gonna send Gideon on as the alcoholism counselor. It's a little bit silly. Oh, he likes it. Sure, okay. Cool, alright. So I think this is gonna be our assignment. It's not the best, but we'll have to do. So let's start off with these three. So wit, agility, and luck. They need They most definitely need help with that. I think Sleipnir... I think, honestly, Sleipnir and the Serpent Knight seem to work hand in hand here. So that's -2. Let me do the horses first here. So Goberto needs a -2 as well. Or, actually... The thing is, we can also get the agility potion, so maybe this is not... Maybe I don't have to... Okay, let's choose a different one. Let's go... Let's look at a different set of knights, like these two. Yeah. Strength high. Wit needs some help. And Rufus only needs a 1... Only needs a one horse here. So let's do someone like... Actually, I think maybe I'll give him Royfort. Yeah. So his strength becomes 12. Royfort is a -1, okay. And then weapon-wise, anything to improve his wit? I think it would be the hunting bow, right? Oh, not the hunting bow, the daggers. Let's do the daggers. Okay. So this one, Rufus is at 1 duration, that works out. Goberto is the one I'm worried about because his wit is just gosh darn awful here. I'll give him the net. And then he needs a -2. I guess Bayard would be a good choice. How about this one? Agility, charisma, magic, -1 wit. No, we don't want that. I'll give him Bayard. So really, yeah, these two have a high strength, but Goberto's a little weak in the wit department. So... and charisma too, honestly. I could buy... Oh, actually, this is a good time to give him the tea. Yeah, so the tea will at least help with that. And I think Rufus is okay, honestly. So I'll leave Rufus alone. So these two I think are locked in. Let's check their damage as well. 8. Okay, so 7 and 8. We'll leave Gideon alone. I don't think he even needs anything, to be honest. He can probably finish the quest without any equipment at all. Okay, Wizard Lizard. Okay, so I can't change the sword for Edith, so I need to assign. And it does require... Oh, this one also requires high agility. Is it worse than... I see. Okay. Let's do... If that's the case, then I think I should try to prioritize giving these guys the -2s, because Sleipnir's already here. So it would be Oliver and... Ursula. Ursula, I think I'm going to actually give her the... Spurs of Swiftness would be interesting. No, I think I'm not going to leave that one. So, the remaining -2 horses, I wish there was a better way of organizing this. It's the Nice Dragon. Oh, I also have Pegasus as well. I forgot about Pegasus. Sivko Burko. Pegasus, which requires a charisma. It doesn't really fit. And then this one, that doesn't really fit either. Let me, I'm gonna give Oliver Sivko Burko. And then I think I have to give her, because these two dragons don't really fit this quest very well. This one gives minus to wit and luck, which we need. And this one gives bonuses to charisma and magic, which we don't know if that's actually going to benefit. So I think I'm going to give her the Spurs of Swiftness and assign her one of these regular horses. Any of these give wit? I think the one that it would have to be this one. So, So not very good. Ursula is kind of weak in terms of this thing. I think I will give her a little pick-me-up here. Strength and wit. Agility and wit. Oh, that's an interesting one. Actually, you know what? Gargoyle soup. Yeah. So now her wit is at least a little bit more competitive, and her agility should be fine now. Her luck, it kind of sucks, but whatever. So Ursula's there. Back to Oliver. What can I give Oliver here? A luck sword would not be bad. Also, I don't have a good... Oh, I guess, yeah, I guess I'll equip the Victoria's Sword to the other 3-man quest, so maybe that's what I'll do. Spectral... no, we don't need more magic. I'm kind of thinking the Lux Sword, to be honest. The Clover Sword. Because his luck is the weakest here. Let's try that. And then... Oh no, you have terrible luck. Actually, no, you take the Lux Sword. Yeah, let's shore that up a bit. Which kind of leaves Oliver... What can we even use here? The Drake killing bow, but again, no luck is really used there. The Duelist Sword might be a good choice. Let's try the Duelist Sword. Yeah, just... I don't know if that really helps that much, but... Let's do that. Okay, let's check their armor as well. So we got... 1 to 3. Yeah, they're okay. Let's go on to... Okay, that one we've done already. We'll get to Gideon at the very end. So these 3. So... She already has a high agility, so I need to shore up the other 2. Oh yeah, you... Aaron, take the Victoria's Sword again. And then... His magic is already pretty good. And we don't have... Okay, now we also have these mounts as well. So nice dragon. Uses his luck a bit. We also have Pegasus. I'm gonna give him the nice dragon. His wit is gonna take a little hit, but everything else is pretty damn good, honestly. For you, maybe I'll give you Pegasus. Yeah, I'll give you Pegasus. And then Angelica is going to have to take a energy drink, I think, because I don't have any more -2 horses here. And her magic is pretty bad, so let's give her Rebecano. Also let's buy one. I really need to get better horses, because otherwise we're going to always have to keep buying these energy drinks. It seems like, it kind of feels like we're addicted to them, like we're buying several monsters. Or Red Bulls. I wanna reduce my expenses there. So her agility is crazy good. Wit and magic needs some help. The demon eye will give her 2 magic, but that's kind of at a cost of everything else. Maybe the dragon sword. Maybe the spectral eye. Let's give her the spectral eye. Yeah, spectral eye. 2 to 4. Okay, let's look through these again. So 7 damage, 6 armor, 9. Okay, so these 3, and also checking duration, so -3, -1, -1, and you have -2, so these are good. I'm just going to click right here and just look through these again. You're at -2. You're at -2 as well. You're at -1 and -1. And also damage-wise, you're out of range. Okay. These two I'm actually kind of more worried about, but 8. So you're at -2 and -1 and -1 inherently, so that's good. And then finally, Gideon. Gideon is kind of... I'm surprised that such an easy quest like this is here, but again, I want to get the benefits I just want to get through all of these quests if we can. So 0 to 2 damage risk. He's at 3. That's fine, I guess. Let's improve his charisma. So, well, I guess I could give him Sovereign to really bring it home. Why not? Let's give him Sovereign. 13 charisma to really espouse, sobriety. And weapon, luck and wit. Luck and wit. That one's kind of the longbow. The Drake killing bow. A Drake. I could send him with the Drake killing bow. Honestly, that's the only thing we have it, so I might as well use it. Yeah. Actually, or the mirror axe would also be a good choice. Actually, let's do this one. Yeah, mirror axe. 15 charisma, 7 wit. Okay, I think we're ready. This should be okay. Let's save again. So 31 afternoon. Also, let me just double check. Is there anybody to summon? Because I always forget to do this. Gwendon Reseller. Okay, so nothing fancy there. I've already grabbed my rumor from the Intendancy. I'll go to the kitchen. Who am I worried about? I think it is still Goberto, to be honest. Goberto. Okay. Let's do it. That's fine. Oops, I just spilled my drink a little bit there. Oh, I see. That quest actually happened in Enberg. Interesting. Okay. The gem quest. Okay. We're in success territory. Oh, Ursula is a bit weak, I think. Okay, so no great success, but I'll take it. +2 of the nobles. Good. Okay, this one with the strength of both Goberto and Rufus. Okay, good. These quests, that was a bit tough, but I'm fine with this. 3 + 3 of the nobles. Okay, so that's like +5 already. Oh. Yeah, Gideon's gonna smash this one. Oh, Angelica like that. Wow. Another +1 of the nobles and one +1 of the merchants, so +6 now. Oh, this one. Lizard. Okay. Oh, we fell back into failure, but Aaron should take up the slack here. I don't know if we can get into great success. Yes, we can. Okay. $112 gold and an arsenic file. I think this thing can only be acquired because if we take Tyrannic, which we have no points in. So that's kind of rare and kind of useful. +1 luck. Then let's see here. Okay, Goberto. What am I supposed to do with you? I think I'm going to have to lean into Goberto's strength here. Even though all his other stats suck, so I'm going to bring him up to 10 strength. And then we have Ursula. Let's bring your strength up. And then Epicrates. Your luck needs some help. And Edith, oh, your luck needs some help as well. I'm definitely going to add a point in there. Okay. Let's save. Actually, I'll save. Actually, no, I will save. I'll save after. Well, these are very specific conversations with these two, and I might choose wrong. So I'm going to save here, actually. Especially with Epicrates. Greetings, my friend. In a slow gesture, he hands you a book with his left hand. Are you familiar with the story of this former sovereign, Candid the Kind? I know about his love story with Shamrock of Clovermont. Indeed, this idyll is one of the preeminent legacies preserved from that sovereign's reign. According to that ballad, Candid died of love, their gaze fixed upon their beloved knight Shamrock, and that is all history has chosen to preserve. Yet celebrating this romance to such an extent serves chiefly to conceal a darker truth. Candid was there's a typo there. I think it should say was. Candid was assassinated for their convictions. Shamrock, their knight and lover, is invoked to obscure the figure of Melior, their knight and assassin, who is manipulated by the ruling nobility. They were slain for having dreamed of a world without rulers. Beneath their apparent childish simplicity, these songs serve as the foundational text for the guild's precepts. So, the wording was a little weird there, but if I'm understanding, so Candid was the sovereign, Shamrock was their lover and knight. There was another knight who got manipulated by the nobility to kill Candid because Candid felt like Candid, I think, wanted a world without rulers, even though, you know, ironically they were like coincidentally, or I don't know what the word is, ironically, I guess, like, or paradoxically, that's the word, they were a ruler themselves. His bright eye takes on a hint of regret. Their convictions endure within this modest childlike collection I carry, the Candid Songs. Candid mastered the art of subtext. When one reads between the lines, a genuine critique of the monarchical system emerges. Their entire reign mirrored these writings, that of a seemingly naive, benevolent ruler who secretly worked towards their ideal. Ah, so Candid wasn't just a... They probably portrayed themselves as a very simple... I don't know if simple-minded, but just kind, I guess. But actually they were actually being very sneaky, very surreptitious. What exactly do their writings say? A slight smile stretches his injured skin. The tale of a mad sovereign who ultimately destroyed his own castle, his seat of power, and allowed his people raise a farm upon its ruins. The narrative is filled with bizarre and even incomprehensible details, talking animals and symbolic caricatures. It is striking to observe what a distorted trace history has preserved of this sovereign, is it not? For the same voices always author official chronicles disregarding deeds and convictions. Still, Candid left their imprint. They were driven by a dream, a vision of the world, and they sewed symbols so their partisans might continue their work. Is such an ideal deal truly achievable? Is it not the very essence of power to convince you of its own necessity, my friend? After all, it is far easier to imagine the end of this world than the end of the order that governs it. Even when your region found itself deprived of the tower's regency, its inhabitants continued to wait relentlessly for the return of a royal figure. But a path toward that ideal does exist. His voice suddenly deepens, taking on a serious tone. And this necessitates an artifact, attainable by treading a virtuous path, my friend. In this reality, or perhaps in another. Interesting. Could he be talking about the golden key, though? Maybe? Oh. Yes, okay. So I think... So the golden key... I think I'm seeing what the... Okay. It seems like we're trying to go get the golden key, but how we use the key depends on whatever motivations. Like, for Epicrates, he seems to want to use the key to end the sovereign's rule, maybe also the rule of all other leaders and monarchs and tyrants and stuff. So that could be one way. Or the key could be used to unlock further powers in the tower or something else. I don't know. Yeah. How could we acquire it? He probably knows something. It can appear to the sovereign who succeeds in rallying all subjects under one and the same banner. But there are many dissonances standing in the way of that goal, aren't there? Know that a lost child possesses the power to heal the discords dwelling within your people. Thus, following his path may well lead to this unification. A lost child. What are you referring to there, Epicrates? Who's that? Yeah, what child are you talking about? The cards are already in your hand. Regardless, remember that... Oh, he's... Just give me the answer, dude. Regardless, remember that whether upon this thread or another, these aspirations shall aid you in engendering a new end. Provided that you have not succumbed to the snares of the demon lurking here beneath the stone. His eye twitches. To conceive of achieving such a design will be impossible if you have entered into a pact with the occult forces of power, for never would such potencies consent to their own destruction. That is all I may reveal to you here. The yellow pupil stares at you undisturbed. Okay, they both are definitely, the demon and Epicrates, they are definitely both aware of each other, and they definitely are opposed to each other. It's hard to tell if maybe Epicrates is another demon. Kind of looks like one, but I think there's a very high possibility that maybe someone could go through this like their first playthrough and not achieve anything like that. Or even, I think other people's playthroughs might be completely different from mine, right? Like, for example, maybe they never got Rufus or the wolf. Maybe they let Gwendon kill Goberto, right? So, actually makes me curious. I should probably go look at other people's playthroughs and see how different their round tables are and how different their kingdoms are. It'd be very interesting. Because someone would have also chosen to go with Gavalt instead of Groveshire. The one thing that Epicrates did say is, he said pretty specifically all subjects would have to be united. We're doing pretty well, right? But we're still missing. We don't know what to do about Gavalt, to be honest. We haven't had any sort of communication with them at all. And then we still have these two, Enberg and Basalt Isles. And Brimwood's still a problem. Brimwood has... Yeah. And the Serpent Knights seem to hint that you probably need to do a whole other playthrough to achieve that, right? Like, it sounds like the true ending, perhaps, of the game. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'll have enough time to just go through that again. It seems, because this, as fun as this game is, it is a little tedious trying to assign my knights and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's a bit much. Maybe I'll play this off stream or something. Okay, so that's one conversation. Let's talk with Edith. Your gardens are soothing, Your Grace. The young woman keeps her eyes fixed on the little pond at her feet. Most of Avalon's lakes hum with magic. Spells crash into them and make the water's surface ripple in all sorts of ways, like an invisible dance upon the water. But here, nothing happens. Nothing at all. It's pleasant. Is the ecosystem there that different? The lands of Moonvale concentrate such a density of occult energy that they naturally trap every magical essence, amplifying them like a perpetual echo. If you wanted to simulate that effect here, you'd need an arcanist wholly devoted to maintaining a permanent spell, like a slave condemned to breathe over the water's surface. A dead leaf lands onto the watery surface and draws a fleeting wave. Fortunately, you didn't recruit me to do that, did you? How do you prefer to spend your talents? I'm glad when my knightly talent precedes over my esoteric gifts. She stops briefly to press her ear against her blade, listening attentively. I've trained a lot so that my mastery of the blade catches up with my arcane genius. After all, that's what I've pursued forever and ever. And that's why Downsleif stays by my side. Her sword curls around her, seeming to awaken joyfully at the sound of its own name. Oh, this is a... Actually, both of these questions are kind of dangerous. The second one maybe more so, because the more questions I ask about the sword, the more defensive that either of them might become. Especially the sword, I would think. I want to focus on your magical skills. I come from a lineage of powerful mages of Moonvale, Your Grace. My blood has been magical ever since its tiniest drop. I love magic, but isn't it tiresome to be confined to this role that's all mapped out for me? She likes magical rituals, okay. Makes sense. I've never made any effort to make myself worthy of these arcanes. It's a hollow gift, without merit, contrary to being a knight, the role that resisted me for so long. I was so frail, so petite against the weight of the breastplate. But I fought. Oh, I guess we are asking this question. Where did you find this sword? My fateful Downsleif. It's a legendary sword of Moonvale, and it belongs to me. To me. She tightens her grip on the hilt a bit. Let's say I was clever enough to uncover where it was sealed, and I freed it. Without any misunderstanding, of course. I was worthy enough of that legendary blade for it to belong to me, and nobody had anything to say about it. Nobody. And I could finally become who I've always wanted to be, by its side. Right by its side. Edith stops again to press her ear against the blade, which seems to vibrate strangely, while her lips murmur a confused whisper. Ah, yes. Oh, anyway, I'm infinitely happy that you made me a knight at your table, Your Grace. But you haven't forgotten that I'm not made to murder others, right? Right? Thank you, Your Grace. Without another word, her eyes return to stare at the water's surface. Okay. So the thing is, I can either choose to just keep her away from any sort of murder or assassination quests. And maybe we'll just let that happen. We'll just see maybe something will happen down the road over time. Or maybe the way to progress the quest with Edith is to let that happen. Like maybe I'm going to assign her to a quest, the sword will laugh, and then she'll kill something, and then maybe something will transform or something, but I'm not sure. I'm going to try to avoid it for now. I'm going to heed her words, and we'll see what happens here. Okay. Cycle 32. Honestly, I'm looking at the time. Like, we start at cycle 30 at the beginning of the stream. It seems like it's taking 1 hour per cycle at this rate. So, I don't know. This is kind of like it's cool that it seems like the game requires a whole nother playthrough to go through, but it is time consuming. And again, I don't know. It's suffering from the Blueprints sort of curse, where when a game is so time consuming, can you keep the player engaged enough to play? And also, some players won't even have the time at all because they're busy with work, school, life, whatever, right? So it's definitely not a game. It's not a good fit for their for their, lifestyle, right? So, yeah, I don't know. I respect the choice. It's not going to appeal to everybody, though. So, who are you? The crowd parts for the imposing silhouette of an uninvited guest. With an almost unreal slowness, each of his steps subtly unsettles the ambient air. I'm going to guess that this is some person from the Empire. Time seems to slow down as your eyes narrow and crumple, blinded as if by a blazing sun. Oh, my most respectful salutations, August Majesty. Are you? Arthur Pendragon, Regent of the Empire of Angalor. The actual emperors came all the way here. Wow. And I present beside me Sir Merlin. Oh, actual Merlin. In his capacity as my privileged advisor. It does indeed seem that behind all this light stands another man silent. But please state the reason for your presence on our lands. Of course. But fear not, I bear only diplomatic intentions. Is he sincere? Hard to tell with all this light. Your eyes are burning. A lot of... yeah. I like this whole sun motif, of course, for obvious reasons. But it's kind of an example of when there's too much light, it blinds you from the truth. And sometimes you can kind of see this in some sun gods or any place where that worships the sun, where maybe it's basically too much sun. Like if you have too much sun, it sort of, the sun is usually a good thing, but if you have too much of it, it can lead to some not so good things. Could you maybe dim that thing a bit? Let's do this. Yes. My apologies. Oh. I always forget this. Oh, so it was literally the sword that was doing all that. Okay. I think it was definitely deliberate to really get our attention here. He taps on his sword, and the world seems finally to plunge back into darkness, comfortable and gentle on the eyes. Your comfort zone. I'm listening. First, know that my allies and I have watched your rise with keen curiosity ever since the day you opened the doors to this tower. Remarkable for a sovereign of no standing. It almost deserves praise. Almost. Very choice words there. But it has not escaped our attention the ferocity at which you expand your domain. Ferocity which today threatened the serenity of our people. And now here you are, creeping at the very edges of our borders, like a blade hovering over the executioner's block. Don't think you're the ones in danger, dude. When I look at you, I realize there are many other things I want to conquer. What is this answer? I don't think the kind answer is what we need to do here. But again, it's hard. This is kind of running to a situation where we can say that we're not interested in expanding into their empire. We just want to defend against you. But it's up to I don't know if they'll believe us. Yeah, I'll just do this. I understand your concerns. I'm reassured you see where we are coming from. Be that as it may, my sole compass is to defend the afflictions of my people and our allies. We must therefore find common ground. If you continue down this path, we will have no choice but to declare war. Our round table will be ready to rise against you, whatever the cost. To be frank with you, I'd rather avoid reaching that point. What are you saying? The Empire of Angalor forged its power through the lands it conquered and colonized. Your reputation is built on fear, and you dare claim you'd prefer diplomacy? Indeed, I cannot deny the history of our sovereignty. But we are not our forefathers, and I wish we could walk a different path. He's saying all these words, but does he mean them? It's hard to tell. A different path. I've only been ruling our empire for a few years, as you surely know. He is a new ruler. He's regent. So, he might have a different perspective here. Of course. Sadly, much of my energy since taking power has gone into repairing the damage left by my father, Uther. I would not inflict further suffering upon others for the sake of chasing conflict with Briz. Unfortunately, yeah, the attack on the village was within his rule. So, nope. So that's why you attacked my village a few moons before I took the throne. Your question, sharp as a knife, freezes him for a fraction of a second. So you were there that day. Well, was he there? Yet not a hint of surprise colors his voice. Allow me to offer you my most sincere apologies. This incident is not representative of our current intentions. Know only that we were looking for something that we did not find that day. It was a mistake. Were they trying to find... What were they looking for? We talked with Oliver a little bit about this, and I'm like, he mentioned something. I don't remember. Remember what he was looking for. Your Grace. He lowers his voice. If you'll allow me, his honesty still seems quite murky to me. I implore you exercise the utmost caution. How can we trust you? I fear I have no proof of my good faith but my word, and that of the people I carry. Okay, that didn't really help. How can we settle this dispute? We would be open to the idea of diplomatic talks to peacefully resolve this dispute, as long as our allies believe you are acting in good faith. He seems to weigh his words carefully before continuing. Another possible path is for you to hand over a particular object. The golden key. If you were to possess this relic and agree to hand it over to us, a genuine peace could be established between our kingdoms with the full endorsement of all our allies. What stops them from just taking the key and then attacking us anyway? They could use the key for their own purposes too, for all we know. But of course, one way or another, such undeniable peace would inevitably mark the end of any further expansion on your part. If, however, you choose war, know that we will not hesitate to mobilize every means at our disposal to defeat you. The golden key, what do you intend to do with this relic? Nothing that concerns you, I'm afraid. Really? That's your answer? Merlin, behind the Emperor, whispers a few words to him. I seem to have heard you eliminated the great knight Victoria, the finest warrior in all your realm. Information that reassures me regarding our ability to face you, should it come to that. Well, I think Victoria was a liability, to be honest. So I think I'm fine without her. At least she's not around to join you guys. That would be really bad. He pauses, thoughtful. Now it's my turn to ask you some questions. Would you be amicable to a negotiation with us and our allies, or are you nothing more than an uncontrollable animal with an unrepressible desire for conquest? Speak true on your intentions, strange majesty. So at the same time, they could not trust us, right? But... oh my... Hold on. So... these four I was kind of expecting, yeah, because these are all, you know, elements of our rule. I'm surprised to see this one here though. Why is this here? This is crazy. You're gonna flirt with the Emperor? I could do it to throw him off, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. What is our... Actually, where have we been leaning toward? So no, we have not gone... We're at 0 tyranny, 2 kindness, 2 wisdom, 1 audacity. This is kind of funny, but... Let's stay wise here. So negotiation would be preferable to confrontation. He stares at you, seemingly pleased with this answer. If your intentions are sincere, we should be able to find common ground. For my part, I'll do my best to convince our allies that a war against you is not necessary. Alas, if that proves impossible for one reason or another, I would still advise you to prepare for war and consider your strategy. Oh, good thing I saved before this, because this choice right here is very critical. It chooses, it's similar to the first 2 acts. This will determine what kind of conditions, where we can get some bonuses for whatever the final confrontation is. So, the people of the kingdom will unite against one banner against you. That seems like people. Powerful allies. We do have a lot of allies, but we don't have everybody. We will call upon all our mystical expertise. Potions, enchantments. Part of me is I kind of want to just go through all that and try to, like, maybe this one's easier than this one, but I'm not sure. So far we've only achieved an alliance with Moon, the magic wielder people. The Basalt Isles and the other one we haven't had any contact with, and also Brimwood is not out of the picture right now. So yeah, let's do people. Okay, allied counties 6 out of 7. So I need 6, 7. I need 1 more county. I already... Oh, this is terrible. I don't like this. This is actually very bad. I need to unite both people and nobles, and that's a tall order, I have to say. I don't know if I like that. I think I might reload, to be honest, because if I'd chosen scholars, I think that might, I don't know what the other thing is, but it's probably going to go with merchants, so that would be a lot more achievable than what this is. So can I reload here? Okay, I can at least main menu. Okay, so hold on. I don't think that's achievable. So Also, I need to listen to the rumor here. Edith has a demonic presence. Uh-oh. Let's keep investigating you. Okay, let's go through this again. You're gonna have to skip through all this. Skip. It's very annoying. I wish... One thing I wish they did is when you make that choice, it should tell you what the conditions are. Because otherwise I have to sort of reload and find out. So we'll continue the wise path here. Just go through all this again. Okay, so mystical expertise, or I think what this one will do, the second one, I think my guess is the number of counties needed for alliance would be higher, maybe like 8 or 9. And I don't think I'm not sure I can really achieve that, so I'm gonna try this one. That's just as bad. That's also nobles. Crap. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Sorry. Seems like nobles, they really want... They really want nobles involved in here. I'm gonna try the second option. So I'm gonna do this again. Sorry. And then... I wish there was an easier way to skip all this. Blah 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 blah. Yep. Different path. I'm just very curious. I'm just want to see if there is an option that does not involve nobles. But I have a weird feeling though. I think the second one also. I think it also includes nobles as well, because the wording says, "I shall rally my most powerful allies to this cause." That would probably include nobles. But let's see what this one gives. Oh. Why is that one... That one doesn't fit then. Okay. That one actually works out a lot better. That's what I wanted. I wanted these two, because these two are very close to getting to 40. Right? People, I don't... That's fine, but... Yeah. I like... Okay. We'll go with this. We'll go with this. Oh, I should have read his dialogue. Oh well. He was probably just cautioning me about all these things, so... Let's talk with this person. Yohav, Count of Enberg. This is the city-state, the democratic city-state. So it's interesting he's called the Count. Look at all... He's wrapped in parchment, and she looks like a city herself. Wow. Actually, is that her armor? That's actually kind of cool. It's like a little city there. It's like there's some city planning going on there. Greetings. The man who just arrived is Yohav. So you've come here seeking help. Oh, I didn't see you there, Arlen. You were in my blind spot, as usual. I've heard whispers of a sordid affair currently unfolding in Emberg. Is it the fire that's blazing, or just the coal that still smolders? The irons are red hot. One might even say the hive itself is ready to melt into the furnace. Uh-oh. Perhaps this life is nothing more than a series of incomprehensible conversations. What are you talking about? Ah, Your Grace. You definitely are not a part of this inside joke. Allow me to introduce you to Yohav, Count of Emberg. We spent our younger years together in the same puddle of idiocy. And even back then, you had that unfortunate tendency to always stand a little too far to the left. Emberg lies at the far eastern edge of our lands. It's a city so vast it amounts to a county all on its own, a proud center of knowledge and commerce. Funny, I also spend my days surrounded by... Whoop. Funny, I also spend my days surrounded by idiots who need everything explained to... But you're here on a very important matter, Yohav, aren't you? That's right. But I'm a gambler, so let the Sovereign guess the reason for my visit. Oh, really? We're gonna play this game? A cheese festival? A political assassination. Yes, exactly. That's why I'm here before you. I mean, for both reasons, the political assassination and your powers of divination. I fear I do not possess such talents. I've heard 1,001 tales since the beginning of your reign, Your Grace. Stories of futures you announce before they even exist. Oh, he wants me to use my demon powers, my time travel powers for this? I don't know about... I think this might be a bit dangerous. Of lies unraveling, things vanishing without warning, or vaguely unsettling stuff of that sort. I'm not sure I understood all of it, but I did recognize a crisis averter in you. What crisis should I save you from? Let's get straight to the point. The man who was to become the chief prefect of Emberg's municipal council was murdered a few months ago. His body was found near the Grand Bridge in the Manastrala district, draped in bright red cloth as if to provoke. In short, a perfectly ordinary little murder, all things considered, just a bit flashier than usual. Any questions? How was he killed? Impaled. His body was found beneath the bridge, drained of blood like a shriveled prune. Whoa. Vampire? And that blood seems to have poured into the waters of the Emberg River in unusually large quantities. This is no ordinary murder. Something else is going on. The river was tainted crimson for quite some time. Oh, or maybe it's not just the red cloth, but also Red River to send a message. I see. Any meaning with the red cloth? Not the faintest idea. Feel free to check a dictionary of symbolism. Red fabrics. Those are the colors of Angalor's warriors and soldiers, are they not? Yes, the Empire. We've considered this. After all, no one could have missed their increasingly heavy presence on our lands lately. Okay. It's possible that they are the culprit, but it's also possible... I'm keeping my mind open here, because maybe I've been seeing too many Law & Order episodes or whatever, but it could also be someone trying to set them up, like frame them for some other purpose. You haven't uncovered anything after this long? Of course we have. Multiple suspects investigated, mainly nobles. Alas, our leads have not led anywhere, all seemingly having perfect alibis, all contradicting one another when asked about anyone else but themselves. and popular outrage gets involved along with personal interests. Anger simmers, uncertainties breed grudges, and all this chaos paralyzes the investigation. Rest assured, we would not have come to you if we weren't desperate. So, the thing is, we can't go back in time 3 months ago before the murder. We can't prevent it. But it sounds like we have to. We're probably going to investigate this murder, make some decisions along the way, and then we'll get to some outcome. And then maybe we need to, if it's not the best outcome, we'll have to roll back. Or this might be one of those situations where none of the outcomes are perfect or best. There might be pros and cons to each. Okay. This I'm getting the sense that this particular, like the Moonveil stuff, was actually pretty easy. It was, yeah, that was fairly straightforward. This one seems a little more dangerous, I think. I think that's all I need to know. Great. So you're going to help us move this investigation forward. Where should we start? Numerous clues point to the area affectionately known as Enberg's Dark District, a borough where the law struggles to prevail. Unfortunately, our investigators are now being kept at a distance. It might be wise to start there. Perhaps you have a more subtle approach in mind. Ideally, your clairvoyant knights should be able to identify a few particularly suspicious suspects among the many suspicious individuals. Sus. Ah, shit. Okay. So unfortunately, because of the Noble Civil War, we can't do this. We can't. This one would be the searching the headquarters of the Council of Enberg. It would require high charisma. But honestly, we don't really. I think we have more knights that are better at wit than charisma, or at least they're more moderate. So maybe this might be fine. This also will improve our relationship with the nobles too, which is cool. Yeah. We have only one choice here, so let's do this. Wonderful. Feel free to buff your knights with a little of your divination skills, or whatever that witchcraft is. See you. Okay. Gloria and Hecate. These two are... I've never seen them before. Who are these? Your Grace. You don't really look like what I had imagined. The woman to your right is the splitting image of Lady Belladonna a few years on. Oh, is this her mother? There is a peculiar scent of magic lingering here. Ever thought to open a window? And with considerably less grace. We are representatives. I see. Okay. I think there was a bug here because we had that conversation with Belladonna and she mentioned her mother. And I thought that her mother was the person I talked with through the hollow projection thing. But that's not her. So I think something happened out of order here. I think I should have met her first, her mother first, and then have that conversation with Belladonna, but it seems like something got mixed up there. We are representatives of Moonveil, Your Grace. Following your unusual management of our recent crisis, Lady Medea has designated us as your points of contact. As far as I'm concerned, I still don't trust you with even the slightest level of responsibility. Oh. Why? Her voice is soft, but her words sharp. She seems genuinely convinced that this is a perfectly polite observation. Understandable, given that you couldn't even manage to the simple task of making your way to us. I can't leave the tower. Hecate, finest witch and alchemist in all of Pine Maze. What am I saying? Of all of Moonvale. Gloria from Avalon. Of course, you are already familiar with our mystical city and the beauty of its enchanting lake, so I won't dwell on the subject. I don't like either of you. Like, even the lady in the holo projection, she was much nicer than you two. Let us cut to the chase. To celebrate this formidable alliance, our next grand Congress of Magic shall be held on your lands. You'll no doubt prove generous with subsidies, won't you? I see. So I can either this will change my tax rate, so I can spend a little bit of money now and maybe long term it'll have a benefit. We have a lot of cycles left to go through, so kind of tempted to do this one though, just to piss them off. I can subsidize a course in humility for you if you'd like. Oh, it's tempting. Damn it. Oh. I'll make you eat. Oh, with pleasure. It is always good to learn from others, after all. Oh, Gloria kind of saved it there. Yeah, no, I don't like you, either of you two. Oh, Angren's here. Our local scholars are getting on our nerves a bit. Back in my day, they worked themselves tirelessly, and they never complained when an artifact exploded in their hands. Perhaps because they all died by the age of 30? Are you suggesting they had the courtesy to pass away before becoming a nuisance? Anyway, they're on strike. Apparently they want more staff, more humane working hours, all that nonsense, you see. But hell has no schedule, kiddo. Oh. Oh, okay, so this is classic union company versus union sort of thing. So we do have the compromise solution that benefits both, but absolutely nothing about wages. Have them do a little training in the dungeon. But considering I've been trying to repair my noble satisfaction, but now that because we're on this path where we don't need it necessarily, kinda, and I do need to bring this my scholar satisfaction up to 40, so I like this option. Take care of the people you work with. Yeah. Everyone complains about nothing these days. Yeah, whatever. Oh, you. Your Grace, sound the alarm. The little pointed hat atop Arnold's head wobbles as he gasps amongst words. Moth, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, feeding on our most precious true tools, our most priceless looms. Oh, I can charge? What is this? I know some artisans who have developed a product using cedar oil that will drive the moths away. This seems like the best option. Charge people for seminars on the consequences of untreated wood and how it attracts moths. Let's do this one. Oh, Your Grace, the knowledge of solution is a sweet melody to my ears. Cool. Okay, so with that, we are at 41 merchant satisfaction, and everybody wants to talk with me. I'm so popular. Let's go here. I'm kind of debating maybe I should make this stream a bit shorter today because I don't want to go too long. But again, this game is quite long, so maybe I could go for one more cycle. I'm not sure. I'll definitely finish this cycle because I want to go to the end of it. Let's go down the list. So, gallery. I have felt the omnipotence of a shadow I had dreaded seeing appear before you for many moons, my dearest. Has Uther Pendragon, the Emperor of Angalor, challenged you? No, Uther is dead. It is his son who showed up. So that tyrant has perished. I believed his end to be impossible. He was already imposing his iron grip upon the lands of Angalor for decades when I faded. Too many long decades. As if he were gifted with unnatural longevity. Was he immortal? Maybe something ran out there. Maybe his son had something to do with getting rid of his father. His son. His imprint bears a haunting similarity. He seemed to have the desire to break the shackles of his predecessor. Perceiving his shadow does not allow me to discern his intentions. It is entirely possible that a reign as murderous as Uther's has branded the lineage of Angalor with a red-hot iron, tainting his legacy today. That despot was guilty of atrocities, my sovereign. He shed blood far too often, sometimes for mere pleasure. But let us not forget that our kingdom also experienced periods of calm with the Empire. A peace that was certainly fragile, yet very real. That his son now seeks to regain that balance is a perfectly credible hypothesis. Should I trust him? I'm sorry, my dear sovereign, I cannot enlighten you on that matter. No matter what happens, you must put an end to this danger one way or another. Otherwise, the Empire of Angalor will eventually seize the tower and, by extension, me. We're not flirting with her, sorry. Okay. I'm sure Arlen has something to say about this. Just as I feared, the Angalor Empire has set its sights on us. But drawing the wrath of tyrants is the inevitable fate of every accomplished ruler, isn't it? However, it must be admitted that this new emperor, Arthur Pendragon, does not live up to his predecessor's reputation. He has presented himself with a surprising semblance of empathy. If, of course, he's being sincere. I don't believe him. I think this might be a facade, a front. Well, may Britannia emerge from this ordeal more powerful and united than ever. Anybody I can talk to? Reseller? Nope. Okay, so nobody I can summon. Let's talk to Alwena. Well, Your Grace, so the Empire of Angalor has decided to cross paths with you. I don't think it's wise to a confrontation that promises to be tough. Allow me to think exactly the opposite, my dear. I heard that Arthur Pendragon, son of the formidable Uther, came to you seeking common ground rather than preaching confrontation. In my humble opinion, Your Grace, he deserves the benefit of the doubt regarding the sincerity of his intentions. Okay. I like how each and every... all of my servants and all the characters are giving slightly different opinions here. The lady knows about atrocities. He can't tell if we should trust them. And Arlen has an opinion. Alwena seems surprisingly a little bit more accommodating here. After all, young Arthur only ascended the throne at the age of 10. He was then but a child full of innocence. I don't know. I've known some 10-year-olds. Some of them can be quite vicious. Maybe he could have been very smart and assassinated his father. He did not experience his father's tyrannical reign with full awareness, but merely suffered its unfortunate consequences. Therefore, it seems entirely consistent to me that he would strive to move away from what he witnessed as a child. How did his father die? I do not have the details of the events, alas. It would seem that it occurred during the Brimwood Revolt. Funny that you said that, Alwyn. I wonder if Epicrates had anything to do with this. His death left everyone stunned so fiercely that did that crumbling old dynasty cling to his crown for centuries. I feel like I'm getting little hints here and there about what's going on here. Yeah. Oh, and we have Sagadin. He has an opinion too. Let's talk with him. What a delight to see dear Arthur throw down such a challenge to you. This promises to be a confrontation worthy for the chronicles of history. Dear Arthur, do you know each other? Naturally. A close family friend, if you must know. Oh, really? It was by my own hand that he was trained in the arts of iron in my early youth. Even then, he was a valiant combatant. The lands of Angalor are those that saw my birth after all. I'm not sure I want to confront him. Oh, don't talk such nonsense. This is the duel that will cement your legend. Well, just with a friendly jest, yes? It's not. I think Sagadin's being a bit too simplistic here. I think this is serious stuff. This is the fate of both kingdoms. I certainly hope you don't intend to scuff up my old friend's angelic face too much. Yeah, I don't think he's taking this very seriously. Belladonna. It seems that you will have to face a danger far greater than anything you have encountered before, Your Grace. I'm aware of that. I do not want to scare you, Your Grace, but it's going to be tough. Let's be honest. You have me at your side, me, the most powerful witch on these lands, far surpassing many others in Angalor. And yet, despite this, I doubt our chances of success. The lands of Angalor are teeming with energies and mystical creatures that take root only on this soil. And Merlin, the Emperor's close advisor, is a wizard whose name transcends legend. Let us not underestimate their formidable occult powers. But I will do my utmost to lend you my hand, Your Grace. Okay, so she's definitely very cautious here. I don't know if... Oh, and then Karina. I don't know what Karina's opinion would be. Wow, what a presence, that Emperor. Do you think you could ask him to lend me his sword? I think it's got an ancient spirit trapped in that tempered glass. A classic enchantment design. But I've never seen one so powerful. I'd love to have a tinker. Or just even a proper glimpse for more than a second. Impossible for the moment, but I'll do my best. Oh, I know you always do your best for us. Thank you. Let's talk with my lover here. Hi, Rowan. Oh, here is yet another who wishes you harm, Your Grace. Well, at least this one has the merit of being, human. And almost likable. Well, He asked me for direction this morning, and I pointed him toward the audience room. Did he tell you anything else? It's possible he spent an hour or so in the stables, yes. Oh. And, I should tell you, I did shake his hand, you see. He was very invested in the anatomy of the horses. But I didn't tell him anything compromising, Your Grace. My lips were sealed. Did you find him quite the pretty boy? Yes, I suppose so. Well, not the most electrifying ruler I've come across, honestly, despite his facial features being carved by the gods. I feel like I'm trying to invoke jealousy here a little bit. It's not just a matter of looks after all, is it? And sometimes mystery is seductive too. He suddenly inspects every corner of the room, from the hay bales to the pattern on his boots. Absolutely everything except your eyes. Oh, he's cute. He's cute when he's flustered. And finally, what the heck do you want? Ah, your grace. So this emperor is looking for trouble, is he? I suppose those Angalor punchbags just had to give us a little demo of their overinflated egos. And emperor? Who even calls themselves something that pretentious these days? You seem not to have them in your heart. I would rather say they are boring and stupid. Attempting to scare you into submission? They're so predictable. Their little light show was pitiful. You have the best ally by your side. Me. What else do you need? So don't you worry, your grace. I'm certain you're going to crush them. Grind them to bits. Well, if not in this life, then surely in the next. In the next life. So we know that this demon power, I can't go back all the way to the beginning, at least normally. But I wonder... I'm getting the sense, because I'm seeing all this, I'm getting the sense that maybe we'll bring this playthrough to an ending, and then maybe I'll get an opportunity to like retain all my knowledge but restart from the very beginning, like kind of like a new game plus in a way. And then from there I can take a totally different path. Maybe. Let's save again. And yeah, I think I'm going to just finish off this cycle and then probably call it here. I don't want to. The cycles are taking longer and longer to do because we have now 9 nights to assign and so much equipment to give out. So yeah, this part seems to be the time-consuming part. Okay, so we have one major quest involving Enberg. This one requires wit, and then a whole bunch of other miscellaneous quests. We don't have a quest that only involves one person. It's all 3 or 2. So how can we do the math here? 2, 2, 2. We could do something like this 2 and then 2 other 2-man quests and then 1 3-man quest. That could do it. Or there's this thing, but fortunately, I don't think this one we can really. Yeah, we don't have 4 people who are very good at strength. Also, let me look at this quest. Requires a high wit. I'm also going to look at trying to improve our relationship. Like, try to shore up the merchant and scholar relationship. So let's take a look here. This one is +1, also high wit. This one's 2 nobles. This one's 2 merchants, and it's pretty fairly easy, it seems. +2. +2 again. This one's high agility. This one's -1. I don't like this one. Consumables, nothing. And that's it. Okay, so we actually don't have that many quests. We are kind of slowly whittling the quest down, but Winston, the courier, is probably going to Why would I call him Winston? I don't know his name. The courier is probably going to come and drops a whole bunch of drop more quests on us. Let me take a drink here. Okay, we need high wit. That's probably Epicrates. His charisma is pretty good, but his luck needs some help, which I think I'm going to give him probably the luck sword, honestly. Yeah. And minus... I'm not sure about the sword, though. Or sorry, the horse. Let me just check the other durations. Do I have any shorter? No, these are the same quests that we had last time, so no. So I think I will give him, I guess, Sleipnir again. Sleipnir is not a bad choice. Sivko, Burko. Yeah, I'll give him Sleipnir again. And then to pair with him, the only other one that has a high wit would probably be Oliver. I think what I need to do is actually, I think I need to assign, I think I should assign the knights have very specialized stats, like Goberto, to be honest. So I think I need to find one that has strength as its main stat here. Let's take a look. The High Knights is one. It also, so that one's, and there's also this one. Should I try to do this? It's only, yeah, High Knights, Ramparts. Okay. This improves merchant relationship. This one's agility. Okay. Maybe it's finally time to do this one. So, high strength and agility. That means I need to shore up his wit and agility. I think there's actually a very good, probably the net, right? The net is probably a good choice there. And then we need two more knights. Rufus is probably a good choice there. And who else? Who else has good strength and agility? Aaron has 7 strength and agility. It's okay. It's better than most of the other ones, to be honest. Oliver has 6 strength and 8 agility, but I feel like that's a waste because he has way better stats in wit and magic. So I don't think that's a good choice. This one might be safe for, because when I assign Edith to this one, the sword isn't the sword isn't laughing. It's not. We are trying to. We're confronting these knights, but we're not necessarily killing them. So I think Edith, we're kind of wasting her magic skills here, but I think, well, or maybe we do need them. I don't know. But I think this might be the play here. Repair her armor. Also, and also Rufus needs repairs as well. Goberto is actually okay here. Actually, I'm going to assign. We have all 3 of these guys here. Let me assign some. I need a horse for her. Actually, honestly, where's Bayard would be great. -2. Yeah, Bayard. That brings her strength and agility to quite... That's really not bad. So Bayard with Edith. Rufus could use... Okay, he only needs a -1 horse. Let's see if I can... Broyfort would be a... The thing is, Broyfort, though, is... Maybe not. Maybe, Swallow, actually. Yeah, Swallow. And then I need a weapon. The Duelist Sword is not a bad choice. Also Victoria's Sword. Oh, Victoria's Sword. Crap. Actually, that might be the play here. Actually, hold on. Hold on. I think I'm cooking here. Victoria's Sword should actually go to Goberto. Which basically, he has 10 strength. With this, +5 strength, that maxes out his strength. His agility increases a bit. It's not quite high enough, but it's... I mean, it's better than nothing. I also need... Maybe he should get Swallow, and then I'll give him an agility potion. Or no, the energy drink, I think. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna give him Swallow, and then let's buy a energy. Ooh. The problem here is it does reduce his wit a bit, but I think it's worth it. Yeah. So energy beverage. So at least his agility is, I think, in the high range. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with this. So, we'll do that. So back to Rufus. I'll give him the... Where's the daggers? I have so many weapons now. Daggers, and now I only need a -1 horse. Which I think I will make that... Could be Rabicano. Could be Broyfort. Let's do Broyfort. Let's do Broyfort. It's kind of excessive, to be honest. His armor is at 12, so... he's a bit crazy. He's basically a tank. Yeah, so this, and that. Pretty good stats, I think. So this one, I think, is locked in. So that's 3, and then 1 other for this one. So that leaves 2, 3, 4, 5. So, that would have been the 4 one, but I think what I'm going to do is split the remaining 4 into teams of 2, and do these ones here. So this one's pretty easy. That one requires high magic, which I do have Oliver for. It's not bad. It also improves our scholar relationship. Ice dancing. And this one I don't think it will do. Okay. Let's try this. So Oliver on this one. Oh, Oliver doesn't like this one. Sometimes you gotta do jobs you don't like. I've learned that lesson. And somebody else with comparable magic. Might be Ursula, to be honest. Yeah, Ursula. Okay. And then this one here, high agility. That's perfect for Angelica, but I guess the question is, who do I pair with Angelica, or who do I pair with? Epicrates here. This one needs a high wit, which Aaron is a little bit better here for that. Aaron likes this one. Okay, cool. And then ice dancing. Oh, Gideon loves ice dancing, right? Oh, okay. He's kind of okay. This one does have a actually this actually fits pretty well because his charismas can fit that piece there. So this is actually not bad. Okay. Okay. Let's look at this one since this is our more important quest. I'm gonna assign. Let me just check here. So I've assigned. That's a -2. That's a -1, and Gobert has a -1. So I'm just trying to keep in mind how many options we have in terms of duration. So for these two, I don't want to use any potions. Oh, actually, Epicrates already has this going on. So 4 to 7. His damage is fine. For Aaron, his wit could use some improvement. Also, I need to choose a -2 horse here. There's also I could also give him Pegasus. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna give him Pegasus. And then weapon. What can be used? The mirror axe might be a good choice. Oh, also I do have the Spurs of Swiftness, but I think I'll use that for the ice dancing because that requires more agility, so I'll leave that alone. Wit. Wit. Longbow. The longbow. The longbow is interesting. That could be an option. There's also the net. Let's do the longbow. Yeah. Because we do need significant charisma for this. Or I could do maybe the mirror axe might be better. Doesn't mean I'm getting less wit, but actually I don't know. Yeah, screw it, longbow. Okay. So let me just double check. -2, 4 armor. Good. -3, 8 armor. Good. Okay. So that one's done. I double check this one again. So 6, -1, -1. -1, -1. I think one thing I think an improvement to the UI is if you assign a horse, it should tell you what their effective duration is, maybe underneath on the quest here. That way I wouldn't have to, I'm doing the calculation manually myself, which is, I think that's the time consuming part. It's like trying to make sure I can do these quests in one turn. So -2, that's effectively 1. Okay. So that's good. And then these two, which requires a high magic. Ursula needs a little bit more help in the agility department. How many horses? We have the Nice Dragon. Nice Dragon actually is probably a good fit for her. Yeah. Nice Dragon. And then we also have Sivko, Burko. I think that's the only other ones. Yeah, all the other ones are... So these are the only 2 left. So nice dragon for you. And I'll also give... I'll give Sivko, Burko to Oliver. And then... Let's see. Ursula needs... Oh, not you. Strength and agility might need a little top up here. Which the duelist sword would be a good choice. Or I could give her the Drake killing bow, that would also work. Let's give her the Drake killing bow. Yeah. Bring her magic up to 12. And then Oliver, let's give you the duelist sword. Yeah. Okay. So both of these are at 6 armor. This is 2 to 5 damage risk, so they're outside. And this is -2, and this is -2. Okay. That's good. So now for the ice dancing competition, we've run out of -2 horses, so they both have to take they're gonna have to both take an agility potion, I think, or the energy drink, I should say. Whoops. Here's the thing. Yeah, let's buy the agility or the energy drinks first. So bam, bam. So this one and this one. And then horse. We do have Sovereign, which will increase charisma even further, but we don't need that necessarily. Angelica's charisma is a bit lower, so I could do it for her. The other horses we have are kind of not that useful here. I'll give her Sovereign. It brings her agility down a little bit, but that's fine. And then for Gideon, I'll give him Rabicano. Okay, let's see if I can get his agility up a little even further here. Oh, the Spurs of Swiftness. Oh, shoot. I could have used this instead. Actually, I think I will. I'll do this, and then actually, I don't need this. I bought the energy beverage anyway, but I'll probably need to use that in a future cycle anyway, so that's fine. Yeah, let's do this. So so 3. So -1, so that's 1. And Angelica, what can I use to bring up her agility as well? Probably the net. Hunting bow. Actually, the net is not a good one. Hunting bow would be good. Yeah, let's do hunting bow. Okay. Oh, geez. Yeah, this... It's fun to do this part, but it's time consuming. It's also not very good stream content, I have to say. Like, I don't know if people are, like, I don't know. Do people enjoy watching me try to figure this out? It seems a little... It's like at the very end of every cycle, it's like I'm trying to solve a different puzzle and trying to just put people in the right spot and all that. But it takes a long time, especially with 9 nights. Imagine if we had the 10th night, that'd be even more crazy. But we are whittling these extra quests down, and we're getting experience for them. So I mean, why not? Okay, I'm pretty sure I've checked everybody. If something goes wrong, I can always reload. So let's go with it. Go back to this screen. I will, yeah, let's save over this one. And then kitchen. Who's our... It's always probably going to be Goberto, to be honest. But... let's give it to Ursula this time, actually. Just for some difference here. Here we go. Cycle 33. And there's 13 more cycles until the kind of confrontations. So I mean, given how far I've only gone 3 cycles, like 30, 31, 32. So that means it's gonna take a while before I can get to the end here. So that means probably, if we're going at this rate, it's probably gonna be, what? 13? Probably like 3 or 4 more streams, to be honest. Yeah. Maybe next week I'll have to play this a lot more. Okay, district investigation. Can we get to critical here? Maybe? Nope. Okay, great success. That's fine. The investigation into the Dark District was very successful and resulted in the identification of 4 suspects. +2 nobles. Okay. Okay, this one, the High Knights, is a pretty difficult one. Let's see how well we can do here. Okay. We're in success territory. Also, this is a... I don't know if you noticed there. Edith's picture is very different. She looked actually kind of pleasant there. Like, she was kind of happy. She wasn't hugging her sword like for dear life. Okay, the Red Wizard. Pretty... oh. Almost fell out of great success, but we're okay there. +2 of the scholars, and another murmuring cheese. Delicious. Oh! What happened here? Uh-oh. Oh, Gideon. Oh, Gideon did so. With grace and elegance, Sir Gideon captivated the audience with his performance on the ice. He won over several admirers who thanked him warmly after the competition. Of course, I should have known this. Gideon and ice skating, ice dancing. A marriage made in heaven. 175. Yep. Charisma potion. Ginger chocolate. Oh, he's been. They gave him presents. Cool. Oh, only 1 level up though. I guess we're getting up into high levels here, so it's starting to get a little more difficult to get level ups, I think. Where should I put this point in? Let's do agility. Yeah. Do I go for 1 more cycle here? Let me think. Targeted cycle is 45. I don't know. I kind of want to... I do have some stuff to do, so I kind of don't want to... I don't want to tire myself out, per se. Yeah, I'm going to pace myself. I think, given that I now know where it seems like the end of at least this playthrough is going to be, it sounds like we're going to need like 3, actually more like 4 to 5 streams, possibly, to finish this game, since we only went through 3 cycles here. So I think I'm going to schedule, Yeah, I think I might I'll try and schedule more Sovereign Tower streams next week and see if we can make progress. I'd imagine because of how long this takes, this is taking. Unless, I mean, there's probably some other streamers or other players out there who probably just try playing the game all in one go, and if it, good for them for having the time to do that. But I don't really. I kind of want to do this in spurts and stuff. So yeah, I think that'll be. Yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream here. Not sure when next week I'll be playing. Probably because we also need to finish. We also need to finish Database Detective, which is also a game that took longer than I expected. I thought the last case was last time, but apparently not. This is really, truly, this is going to be the last final case of that game. So we are going to finish that game. So there's that, and then I also want to try the altars. But I think what I'm going to do for the altars, the last variable, is probably do that as a guerrilla stream, because I don't know if it'll crash again. If it doesn't, at least if I don't have it on the schedule, there won't be an expectation for it. So yeah, maybe I'll put a question mark on it. I'm not sure, but yeah. So yeah, I think that's going to be the plan. I will be posting a schedule on Sunday. If you want to have notifications of that, if you want to see that schedule, or if you want notifications on when I'll be going live, the best way is to follow me on my Blue Sky account or join my Discord server. The links for those are below in my Twitch About page. And that's about it. So, until next time, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next stream.